Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's Sungut here, and today we have two really exciting Kha'Zix games that I wanted to show you guys, and those are my runes as well as items. I've purposely hid the numbers. Anyways, onto the game. We're playing against Diana, Gwen, Yone, Lucian, and Thresh. It is quite a scary team comp, but I will do quite well into the mid game. I'll be able to really kite them fairly efficiently, especially with W and empowered E. So here I'm looking at the map, and I'm looking that Yone is fighting the Galio a lot. He's low HP, which makes me think, hey, the Yone is probably gonna go onto the Galio, so I should cover for him and see if Yone actually decides to engage. I also know that Yone has flash, so this makes me think, yeah, Yone is actually gonna go for the Galio here. But to my surprise, he doesn't, and I do not want to waste more time, so I'm just gonna dip here. I sped up like all the useless parts, and by useless I'm talking about the parts where no action is really happening. I'm just farming camps, and I'm just not really doing anything. But yeah, I see the Diana here, so I'm like a little bit careful. I don't want her to invade me. I'm still playing safe. I trade with the Diana. And then I look at my map, I see that my wolves are still up, and that Gwen is fighting a lot with Renekton. She's really low HP, so I make my way towards topside. But Diana tracks me really well here, and is on the cover with Gwen, so well played to her. I really didn't expect that actually, but yeah. So we're just gonna go and go back on a little full clear. I'm gonna back here obviously, because I need my items. And again, I look at the map and I know that Diana is topside on Void Grubs, so I want to do Dragon and trade 1-for-1. Trading 1-for-1, especially for objectives, is more than fine, by the way. This also like secures like mid to late game objectives, which is Soul. So I definitely do want to play for that and not let Diana get like a free double objective. So here I'm just gonna do my red, and I still look at my map and I see that Yone is really overextended, so this gives me an opportunity to go for the Yone. I remember here like it was really hard to position my mouse because the red buff like started being on top of the Yone. I still do end up getting the kill, and we move on from there on out. So I'm just gonna do my camps. I see that the Diana is here, so I'm just gonna leave and use my ults. But instead of just going for my bot side, you should go for Diana's bot side. Since she is taking my raptors, I'm gonna be trading something for from her jungle in return. Here I really wanted the cannon, but sadly did not end up getting it. Yone is really threatening here, obviously. Even if you're under a turret, there's a big chance that he can still kill you. He is full HP, he doesn't have ult, but I still want to collect this XP. Honestly, here I remember I was fairly tilted because Galio spent a long time in bot lane. So obviously I had to cover platings for him and grab the XP, but it's also really dangerous for me to stay here because Yone will very likely kill me, to be honest. Here I'm like extremely low HP. Again, I'm still trying to collect the XP. Yone doesn't have flash, so he does not end up killing me, but it was definitely really close. After all this time, Galio is still not mid, by the way. So I'm trying my best to collect all the XP here. And now, instead of going back mid, he is going top lane, so this was definitely like a pretty big waste of time for me, but I do end up getting a lot of XP from this, as you can tell. I'm level 8 and Diana is level 7. Here I almost end up dying again. I think the Yone was fairly tilted that he wasn't able to kill me the first time, so he wanted his revenge and ended up killing me here. That's honestly like a pretty bad trade. Like, the fact that I had to stay mid this entire time and collect all the XP definitely made my jungle camps stay there for way too long. So yeah. Here I try to go for this fight because I want to play for Void Grubs and I want to play for Diana camps. I know that my Galio is like roaming a lot by now, but obviously I can't do it because I don't have prio or anything. So I definitely want to cut out the Yone here. If he does decide to go for Void Grub, he doesn't do that. So I'm just gonna jump on him. I flash immediately here because I obviously don't want to get bursted by Diana. I end up getting nothing here in return. It's quite a rough early game. Like they're ahead of us, and I have to play this game extremely slow. I wasn't able to get many of my camps at that point because, like I said, I had to cover mid. But that's okay. I'm just gonna do my thing. Even if we're 4k gold behind, I still want to play a good game. I want to minimize my mistakes as much as possible. I want to punish mistakes. Here I look at Galio. Unfortunately, he does end up dying, but killing the Yone in return, so that's not bad. Renekton, it's incredibly hard here. So this is so far like a really tough game for me, because as you know, Kha'Zix does snowball extremely hard, but if your team ends up dying, it's quite difficult to have an impact on the game, right? You can tell that I personally didn't do like a lot of mistakes this game, but because my team's because my Galio was way too aggressive, I had to cover for him and naturally end up giving away like a lot in return. I wasn't able to kill the Gwen here either. She's 2 levels on me, so that was a pretty pitiful attempt of killing her, but it's alright. We chunked her a little bit. I'm just gonna keep on doing my camps, get my items, and here I see that the Yone is overextending a little bit too much. I'm gonna be playing with Fog of War, hoping that the Renekton walks up, and he does. Honestly, here I don't even know like how the ult did not hit me, by the way. He probably wouldn't have killed me with the ult, but the fact that I didn't get hit with the ult here just like super surprising to me. So this is really good for me because, like I said, we're like 6k gold behind by now, and I'm able to get like at least 1 kill from this lower interaction. I walk up to see if I can assess the Galio with the Gwen kill. Unfortunately, I can't. When you're behind like this, especially like this behind, like we're 6k gold behind, like you want to prioritize punishing mistakes as much as possible. Here you see that Yone is like super overextending. I play with the Galio CC, chain CC, and I'm able to punish a mistake made from the Yone. Here I know they're not going to chase me because I use my ulti for this. I see that my team wants to fight. They're overextending like a little bit too much. Again, instead of just backing, I'm going to insist on my teammates if possible. I'm going to do a quick trade on the Diana and do end up killing her. I go into the bush so she doesn't see me when she gets out of Zhonya's, and that gives me like a free kill. Alright, at that point, I'm fairly confident that we can get back into the game. Enemy team did a lot of mistakes here, like acing them here is absolutely massive because we get Infernal Drake, we get a lot of kills, I get my level 12 here, we get some Temple back in the game, and the 6k gold difference just turned into only 1k gold difference, but to be honest, in terms of stats, we are very even because we got Infernal Drake as well. So a huge W. And the game here is gonna be really stale. There's not much that's going to happen. Both teams are going to be fairly scared to really get a lead. There's a big fight happening here. Unfortunately, I think I get nothing out of this. Maybe just the Diana kill. Yeah, we do get the Diana kill. On my side, you know, I'm fairly happy with this because I do get a kill. On the other side, Gwen is putting in the work and just demolishing her base. Obviously, we don't have that luxury right now, simply because my team is just taking bad fights, not really playing for important kills, and just not really teaming, grouping, sorry. So here we decided to play for Baron. We kill the Yone as well in return. That's a huge kill, by the way. We're able to get Baron thanks to this Yone kill, and we just back here, and all the gold difference that was 6k now has turned into our favor. So you see like how punishing mistakes and really playing to not make mistakes and just playing around your teammates' CCs and looking for overextended enemies, like it really does like a massive difference. It only takes one fight to really come back. I missed my W here, but to no use. I still get the kill. And right now I'm in a really good spot. We're even in gold. Everything is great. We're coming back in the game. Kha'Zix is obviously like at his strongest right now, especially when he gets his third evolve. Like he's gonna get some armor pen. I also have a Colonel Drake for an extra 80. You see like cube hurts. We get the Yone kill again. I fairly believe that Yone is the reason why we won that game. Like on multiple instances, like he is incredibly hard at really key moments, to be honest, because right now like Drake is coming up. We have Baron buff, so right now like he should be playing like extremely passively, which he doesn't do, and I'm definitely okay with that, guys. Trust. Diana does Zonias, but to no use, we still get all the kills here. So we get 3 kills from this, and now we're able to get another Drake. Obviously that's really good news for me, because I will get a lot more AD and I'll be much more deadly as a Kha'Zix. So I'm gonna be taking red, doing my camps, and right now I really want to be looking to back, because I want to buy my next item. So at that point I'm level 15. I want to farm my wolves because I want to get my evolve. And I still haven't put my evolve, and now I do, which is obviously the E-evolve. I love the E-evolve, guys. I really dislike the R-evolve, except in very specific situations, but I really do enjoy the hit and run playstyle from the E-evolve. It also allows you to make a lot of mistakes. Like here, for example, you saw I got caught by Thresh Hook, and I just left with my long range dash. So here I take Raptors because I want to get back some HP. I'm going to try to kill Diana here and get the hell away. I get my E back right after. Get a takedown, so I'm able to get my E back. I'm gonna run away because there's no need for me to die here. Baron is going to be out fairly soon. Again, I want to do my camps to get back some HP. I get back some HP and I'm just gonna do Baron. Everyone is dead, so it's completely free. By that point, the 6k gold difference turns into our favor, and we're able to slowly crush them and make them not able to breathe anymore. Just getting minions, getting those objectives, grouping as a team. So I believe my team obviously did not play the early game perfectly. I think the Galio like went a little bit too much. But by that point, like, we're so much stronger. We have Infernal Soul, which is great with Kaisa, amazing with me. So those fights are just gonna be like child's play. Kill the little Gwen, and now make our way through victory. The second game is much more fun to look at, to be honest. I think this one is great because it really shows that even if you're extremely behind, you're still like not in a losing position, right? And that's what I really like about the Chinese servers, that even if you're losing, like, people are not gonna play worse. They're still gonna try to win. Even if you're 10k gold behind, they're genuinely still gonna try to win the game. And you're gonna have games like this where you actually come back from a huge goal difference, and it really does feel good to win these games. Let's kill the low Gwen and slowly end the game together. Here I look at the Yone, and I wanted to assassinate him, but he was like a little bit too far away. This is a good positioning to have as Kha'Zix. Like, most of the time you want to be out of fog of war and surprise your opponents with by jumping on them or using his ability. I'll dash here and dodge Yone ult. It's really easy. All the key opponents are dead, so I wanted to end the game here, but I took much more damage than I thought from the turrets. We're still gonna stay here and just slowly win the game. Here I actually thought like Thresh would take this hook here, I'm not gonna lie. SR. We're just gonna take towers, clear the minions, and from there, it's history. Actually, yeah, we don't end here. I really thought we ended here. Yeah, so we decided to take the more passive approach and just clear all the camps, play for Baron, and then after Baron we can just end it very easily. We have Soul, so this should be no contest whatsoever. There's absolutely nothing they can do. Now we can just run mid and end the game super easily. There's legit nothing they can do now. Here I see that Lucian is in isolation, so I really want to look for him. I'm gonna position here to like really be outside the team fight and try to go in like whenever I have an opportunity to do so. Be super annoying with Inferno Soul and click on W. Instantly kill the Lucian when I saw an opportunity to do so. Took a shit ton of damage here from Gwen. I genuinely did not expect that. But like this is taking absolutely forever to end the game. I generally wanted to cut this part because I felt like, hey, it's just too much. But hey, Janna is just gonna end the game by herself, I guess. We're gonna be taking Elder and just finish the game. We honestly could have ended the game in multiple occasions, but like Yone and Gwen like found a way to actually save the game. I took too many turret shots from earlier. Assassinated Diana. She's owning us. I have GA and chilling. Really not worried. With this much AD, like the shield I get from Maw is absolutely crazy. We end up the game with 12 kills and 2 deaths. It's quite a nice defeat. Alright. On to game number 2 now. And you'll see that game number 2, it was not a 6k gold difference, but a lot more, and you'll see that. I'm not gonna spoil you guys, but I'm gonna be running the same first strike setup with Domination second, Aiba Collection, and Treasure Hunter, really prioritizing the gold that I get as well as the AD from the build from Aiba Collection. I genuinely like that setup just because of all the gold you get, as well as the stats and the different passives, and I really like it. The good thing about it is that because lethality items are so cheap, you're able to plug the passive like a lot more. So here they decide to invade us. It's very classic. We're playing against a Nidalee, and this is honestly like the perfect game to showcase because we're playing against a Nidalee, which is the best jungler in China currently, and she is extremely annoying to play against because most Nidalee players will invade you early on, and it's just really annoying to deal with if Nidalee's team like plays around her like a lot. So the reason as to why I picked Kha'Zix here is because Kha'Zix and Elise are able to match a Nidalee really well. However, I did not pick Elise here because I had way too much AP, Aurora, Swain, as well as Karma, so it would just be way too much AP on one team, and Renekton would be able to stack AP with Spirit Visage and all that stuff. I see that Nidalee is of course invading me. Here I'm not surprised. I do get the Gromp here, so I'm really happy about that. Honestly, I'm more happy about the fact that I got the Gromp than the Nidalee kill. It's just a jungler thing. New laners would not understand. So I get the Nidalee kill. She wasn't able to do enough damage, and I believe Nidalee did a huge mistake with her runes, which is taking Dark Harvest as opposed to taking something like Electrocute, for example, or Conquer. The reasoning behind that is if you're playing Nidalee and you're playing against a Kha'Zix, you should be looking to dominate enemy jungler with a more aggressive rune page, and Electrocute does just that. I think that Nidalee is around topside here, and I want to be playing for either dive, so I'll be just looking to be taking Drake here because I don't see anyone on the map and I'm fairly scared. Again, I'm going to be trading one objective, and I know that Nidalee is topside, so I'm not going to waste my time top lane. Here she's gonna be taking void grabs, so instead of just going to contest void grabs because I don't have prio top lane, I'll just be looking to melee camps. So when she comes back, she has absolutely nothing. I see that Kai'Sa is alone under her turret. So I'll be looking to happily take that kill. Thank you very much for that. So that's the first kill of the game. And I'm not gonna spoil the stats of this game, but I just really enjoyed playing that game, guys. Like you're gonna see it's quite an intense game. Soraka does spot me in the jungle, so I don't want to make my move here. Just take mid wave and look to back because I have my item and also Qable. Thank you very much for this. I see some action going on around bot side, and therefore I'm going to be looking to make a play happen bot. Again, I'll be looking to take Gromp and make my way towards Nidalee's bot side. Here I see a really good opportunity, so I'm just going to be ulting so that I have the element of surprise, hit my W, and just go to Nidalee's bot side because I know she is really playing for top side. So the reason as to why she's playing for top side is because she has an insane setup, which is of course Renekton. Here I really still want to play for her reds, and I kited Nidalee like perfectly here, and it was a really good kill. She is mad about me taking her reds, so I'll be looking to punish that. Flash on her, and just collect my rightful kill. Dodge the Yone R. That was a really tight dodge. Honestly, like, from those two games, I don't know what happened to Yone R. Like, sometimes it feels like Yone R hits you like glue, even if you're like 20 feet away, it still hits you. But in those two games, I really felt like it should have hit me, but it just didn't. And honestly, I'm thankful for that. Thank you. Again, because we're just dividing the map into top part for Nidalee and bottom part for me. I'm very happy about this because I don't have to fight the Nidalee. I'm getting a lead and I'm also playing for my bot side, which can help me really snowball. So here we're in a really good position. And remember, guys, when I told you that this was an interesting game to watch, well, the interesting part is not right now. It's coming up very soon, and honestly, like, it's really tilted me. Not necessarily tilt me because I'm not a person that gets tilted easily. More so due to the fact that, you know, we were playing so good, my team was playing so good. They weren't making like genuine mistakes, but they ended up making like classic Emerald mistakes despite it being like a GM-Chall game, and I was just baffled because it's hard to stay mentally sane when you're having like teammates like this. So right now, like, everything is going perfectly. The pieces of the puzzles are connecting together. It just feels nice. We're going around the map, making great plays, getting objectives. We have 2 dragons. So like, here you're gonna ask me like, what went wrong? Well, you're gonna see that my team starts making like massive mistakes. They're gonna play the team fight really badly. And it's really interesting because the first game we were originally behind and we ended up making all the way back to the victory, and here we are extremely ahead. It's 17-5. However, it's the enemy team that's gonna punish the mistakes from my team, and we're gonna have to deal with that. And yeah, by the way, like, this is something like a lot of you already know, but Yone is still targetable when he's getting back on his E, so you can Q in midair if you're playing Kha'Zix or other champions like ADCs or auto attack champions, so don't forget that. Here I see that there's a huge fight breaking out like in the bot lane, but my team does not wait for me and they end up getting 2 shutdowns, and you see that the 6k gold difference that was originally like on our side just ends up being like a massive L for us. So here I don't believe I died because I just flashed away, but 3 people died from my team. Warwa is also gonna die here, I believe, and it's just terrible, guys, because now like our 6k gold lead is completely gone in one fight just because they decided to fight without me. I'm trying to sneak out on the Drake, but I'm not able to get it. I don't have flash, I don't have ulti, I don't have anything, so it's just not worth it for me to go for it. So at this point, they're already back in the game, and it's a pretty difficult game to play from there on out because my team just keeps getting caught. As you can see, I'm not necessarily making like mistakes here. It's mostly my team mods really understanding that they should be playing around everyone and not get caught out like so easily. And they played that way too aggressively. Here I'm still able to get a kill, so we still come out on top from this fight, so that's great. But yeah, steadily here we're in the same position as we were last game, where okay, my team makes a lot of mistakes, we're behind. In this case, like, we're ahead, but you can see that they're still making mistakes over and over again. So we're gonna be in a position where, okay, we're behind and we have to play for opportunities, we have to play to not make mistakes and to look out for enemies' mistakes. Kai'Sa ends up ulting, and my ult is not gonna save me from her targeted Q. So I do end up dying here, sadly. They're not going to be able to take Baron just now though, because it hasn't spawned yet. It's spawned in 20 seconds. Renekton makes a pretty massive mistake, but now, despite being 13 and 21, we are behind. And it's mostly due to the fact that they got shutdowns, and they have also more farm. So again, I'm going to be looking to do camps, I'm going to be looking at my map. In the same position as we were last game. Yone does overextend, seems like it's a common trend in Yone players where they overextend a lot. He does end up getting 1 kill though, which is extremely surprising. Thank you, Soraka ult healing for 1k, I guess. So yeah, again, same position. Look to punish mistakes, play well, don't die. Look to farm, look to play around your teams that have CC, and play carefully but surely. See like how I really try to go in and out, look for an opportunity. I see an opportunity, Kai'Sa is low. I go in, I go out, I do end up dying here, but it's still really worth it for me. My team does end up not winning this though, and it's just really gonna go downhill from there on out, guys. Like, the 6k gold difference that we originally had transforms into an absolute nightmare, guys. And this is why I really love League, because the fact that no game in solo queue is ever won, even in pro play. You know, if you guys still remember G2 versus T1, I believe, like they were 10k gold behind, they were still able to win from such a deficit. And those are the games why I really do enjoy League. So here we're trying to play for Drake, trying to be really careful, because I'm sure like challenger players or GM players are aware of this, but they can feel when they're starting to be behind. My MF gets caught, so I want to do as much damage as possible to the Renekton. He plays that really well though, and ends up killing the both of us. I wasn't able to do enough damage to him, and he had Sterox, so it was really hard to just shut him down. Nidalee gets 2 kills as well. They're super behind. They're taking the second Drake, which is 2 Ocean Souls, so it really hurts. Yeah, like we are in the exact same position as last game, where we have to look for opportunities, but my teammate just keeps on getting caught, and it's pretty it's definitely like a really tough game. You know, like if you were looking at this game from my perspective, you probably would not think, hey, like we can win this game, just FF it. But you really have to keep like a tough mental. Like, you should never tell yourself that the game is lost, and there's always a way to come back. And this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna stay tough. I'm gonna try to play well and do my best. Here I do end up dying, unfortunately. There's nothing I could have really done except not being there. I was fighting the Yone for way too long. This does bring me a tear to the eye. Swain also dies. Everyone is dying. Everyone's getting caught out. Now there's 7k gold ahead. It's terrible. What do we do in order to win this? Stay focused, guys. Like, even if you are in such a desperate situation, if you're playing Kha'Zix, if you're playing champions that have like a really high ability to punish mistakes, like Kha'Zix for example, because despite being behind and too low is behind, he's still gonna dish out like an incredible amount of damage. So do not give up. I see that my Misfortune is getting cut out. Kai'Sa is full HP. I'm gonna be going in, doing some damage. Aura is doing a good job. I'm just gonna be executing the Kai'Sa as well as the Soraka, and now we're coming back. The 9k gold difference is slowly transforming, and I'm gonna try to just go in and out, flash away. It's really important. Even if I'm 1 HP, I'm still gonna try to do things because I don't want them to simply get minions. So you see, like, despite being 1 HP, I'm still chilling, guys. I'm gonna be taking the wave. I'm still gonna be active on the map. Just because you're 1 HP doesn't mean that you have to back like immediately. I'm gonna defend the towers and just back instantly. Go back, buy my items, and hope that I find opportunity to get level 16 ASAP, because a lot of them are very high leveled right now, especially the Yone and Nidalee that are level 17. The Renekton has been fighting a little bit too much, so he's level 15. But they still don't have soul. We still got... See, like, the fact that we traded an objective, like in the early game, she traded Void Cups, for us, we traded the Drake, means that right now we're not losing the game just yet. And this is massive, guys. It's really, really massive. As a jungler, you have to trade objectives if you're not able to do one. So here, I get caught out, huge mistake by me, but my Misfortune does an amazing ult, Yone cleans out a lot, Swain is able to win the 1 versus 1 against Renekton, and I believe he's able to defend this as well. He does have Zhonya's, which really saved him here. I spawn back, so I'm able to defend the 2 turrets, so I guess me dying early on did contribute to us losing this team fight. We're still extremely behind, we're 8k gold behind. The game is super tough, and we definitely have to look for opportunities, and it presents itself. Like, thank you, Yone. 2 games in a row, like, Yones are just thinking that they're the main character, and thanks to this, we're able to take Baron. Renekton ends up TPing to end the game, and I want to look to do Baron ASAP and back to protect the base, which is what I'm going to be doing. He almost wins the game for his team, but I'm able to take Baron ASAP back and just finish him off. So right now, the fact that we got Baron was a play that we needed to make, because if we didn't have Baron here, like, we would just lose the game straight up. So Yone literally ended the entire game here. Like, non-ironically, like, this was the one time he should not die, and he did. So this was essentially the key to winning the game here. Getting Baron, getting the buff, playing the next fight well. Aurora gets a double kill, absolutely massive. Misfortune gets a kill, Swain gets a kill, everyone gets a kill. And now, all of a sudden, we are back in business. I see that Nidalee is right there, because my map awareness was good. So now we ace them, and we are able to get something out of it, which is most turrets and inhibs. And just like that, we end the game. 1 good team fight, 1 Baron, 1 good catch, 9k gold behind, and we're able to turn the entire game around. The first Drake and the second Drake, the Mountain Drake, literally saved the entire game, as well as the nice plays made from my team afterwards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.